Nassef Sawiris was born on the 19th of January 1961 as the third child. His parents are Yusria and Onsi Sawiris. His father was a lawyer's son, but started a construction company in 1950. And before Nassef became 8 years old, it had already established itself as a prominent contractor in Egypt, focusing its efforts mostly in the region of the Upper Nile on infrastructure projects, such as the construction of roads and canals. However, in 1961, President Gamal Abdel Nasser nationalized the company, and the new name of the company was Al Nasra Civil Works Company. As a result of Onsi's dissatisfaction with his prior company, which had demoted him to the role of being an employee, the businessman moved to Libya and started a new general contracting company there, named Orascom Construction Industries. So, was this the start of a new empire? By the middle of the 1990s, Orascom had grown to become one of the largest privately owned construction companies in Egypt as a result of its alliances with international enterprises working on regional projects. So, how did Nassef grow his fortune to be the tycoon he is today? After completing his high school education at the German International School of Cairo, he continued his education in the United States and earned his economics degree from the University of Chicago in 1982. He later on joined OCI, which at that point had expanded into communications and real estate, where his father and two elder brothers were already working. At the end of the decade, the company had been split into 3 divisions, each of which was managed by one of the brothers. The eldest brother, Naguib, was in charge of Orascom Telecom. The middle brother, Sami, was in charge of Orascom Hotels and Development. And the youngest brother, Nassef, was in charge of Orascom Construction. As CEO, he concentrated on growing the company internationally and into a new industry, cement and construction materials, which he later sold to Lafarge for $12.8 billion. But you might be wondering, how did Nassef Sawiris' career begin? He began his career in the fertilizer sector the same year that he purchased Egyptian fertilizer company and entered the market. Through the construction of its own factories and the purchase of other businesses, the fertilizer division of Orascom rose to the position of the world's 3rd largest manufacturer of nitrogen-based fertilizer. And as a result of the Sawiris' family's desire to transfer Orascom Construction Industries from the Cairo Stock Exchange to the NYSE Euronext Amsterdam, something happened. A group of investors led by Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates invested $1 billion in the company in January of 2013. Sawiris indicated at the time of the announcement that the step was done to clear the path for more sector restructuring, lower Egypt's country risk, and assist in bringing down borrowing rates. And on January 5, 2013, the company started trading on the Amsterdam Stock Exchange under its new name OCI. This is exactly 1 year after changing its name. After a period of 2 years, OCI spun out its construction business into a distinct corporation, which is currently listed on the stock exchanges of both Dubai and Cairo. And now, to one of the most interesting parts, what assets does he have? The most important asset that Sawiris possesses is his investment in Adidas. According to the annual report for 2020, he exercises control over 6% of the voting rights held by the corporation, with its headquarters in Herzogenaurach, Germany. According to the documentation that was submitted by the company to the Dutch market regulator, he possesses a 30% holding in the OCI fertilizer business. Sawiris holds the shares both personally and via the holding firm Capricorn Capital BV, which is domiciled in the Netherlands. He also owns a 17.5% stake on Orascom Construction, the company that became OCI in 1950. Moreover, it is estimated that the billionaire holds something in the neighborhood of 0.3% of the shares that are issued by Lafarge Holcim, a company that was formed through the merger of Lafarge and Holcim in July of 2015. But what about his properties? At the moment, the total number of homes owned by Nassef Sawiris is not known to the general public. However, he mostly lives in London and has a residence in New York City. He is rumored to be the proud owner of a co-op at 965th Avenue, which is widely considered to be one of the most exclusive locations in all of New York City. The home has a total of 16 rooms, in addition to a built-in safe, 5 fireplaces, and a wraparound terrace that overlooks Central Park. He also spent a total of $70 million to acquire the penthouse. But wait a minute, does he own a car? In order to fulfill his obligations as a businessman and keep up with his rigorous schedule, Nassef Sawiris needs high-quality automobiles. And as a multi-millionaire, Nassef Sawiris has the financial means to acquire every high-end automobile ever produced. So he owns a private jet, a yacht, and a 2019 Audi Q5. The 2019 Audi Q5 is a premium SUV that manages to wow in both the performance and comfort categories. Its inside has a state-of-the-art multimedia system and comfortable seating for 5 passengers. The compact luxury vehicle has potent engines, all-wheel drive, a pleasant ride, nimble handling, and a small footprint. And when it comes to his yacht, which bears the name Yala, it was built by CRN in 2014. On board the boat are some of today's most convenient comforts. And by the way, he has access to a Gulfstream jet, and not just one, but 2. Both airplanes had a total investment of $70 million, although they're owned by the family. Anyway, what intrigued you the most about Nassef Sawiris? Is he the man you expected him to be? What fascinated you the most about him?